What if everything you know about time is wrong? What if the past, present, and future aren't linear but looping? What if people disappear and reappear years later without aging a day? Welcome to a world of time loops, Mandela Effects, lost time, and history that doesn't fit the timeline. This isn't science fiction. These are real mysteries. It's time for explanations. What is the chronological order? Time seems simple. Seconds become minutes, minutes form hours, and days stretch into centuries. But is this flow of time real, or just how we perceive it? In physics, time is treated as a dimension, like space. Einstein showed us with his theory of relativity that time bends with gravity and speed. Near a black hole, for example, time slows down. Astronauts who travel at high velocities could experience less time than people on Earth. So, if time can stretch and shrink, is our chronological history as stable as we think? Then there's calendar confusion. The Gregorian calendar replaced the Julian calendar, but during the switch, entire weeks were erased from history. In Russia, the Bolshevik Revolution happened in October, yet is celebrated in November. Time doesn't always agree with itself. Could this explain some historical mysteries? Events that seem misplaced, out of sync? Or is something deeper going on? Time loops. Have you ever felt like you've lived a moment before? Déjà vu may be more than just a brain glitch. In some theories, it could be evidence of a time loop, a repeated slice of reality. In Bold Street, Liverpool, multiple people have reported stepping into the past, literally. Witnesses claimed they walked into shops that haven't existed in decades, spoke to people wearing period clothes, then returned to the present. It's as if time folded on itself. One of the strangest reports is from 1979. Two couples driving through rural France suddenly found themselves in a 1900s-style inn with no modern amenities. The next day, the inn and its road had vanished. Are these glitches, echoes of parallel timelines? Or is our timeline more flexible than we dare believe? Mandela Effect. Do you remember the Monopoly man with a monocle? Or Luke, I am your father? What if none of that ever existed the way you remember? The Mandela Effect is a mass memory discrepancy. Thousands believed Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s, though he later became president. Entire groups recall movie lines, brand logos, and world events differently. But how can so many people be wrong in the exact same way? Some suggest alternate realities, timelines bleeding into each other. CERN and quantum research often take the blame, especially after 2012. Could powerful experiments have shifted our collective timeline? Or is our memory just fragile, prone to filling in the gaps? Lost time experiences. Lost time. Moments, sometimes hours or days, that simply vanish. People wake up miles away with no memory of how they got there. Others report car journeys that should have taken hours, completed in minutes. One infamous case. Pilot Frederick Valentich, who vanished mid-flight in 1978 over Australia after reporting a UFO. His last words? "It's hovering above me, and it's not an aircraft." Neither he nor his plane were ever found. Abduction accounts, especially involving missing time, are often dismissed. But when multiple people share the same experience, down to the missing hours, should we still ignore them? What if time doesn't just loop, but leaks? Historical mysteries out of place. History is supposed to be linear, but what happens when we find technology thousands of years before it should exist? The Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old Greek device that functions like a computer. The Baghdad battery, clay jars that may have powered electric reactions. Even cave art showing people in what looks like spacesuits. Then there are modern anachronisms, a wristwatch found inside a sealed 400-year-old tomb, or ancient maps showing Antarctica, centuries before it was discovered. These out-of-place artifacts challenge everything we know. Are they evidence of time travelers or of civilizations lost to time? Time travelers in history. What if someone has already cracked the code of time travel? From blurry photos to chilling testimonies, stories of time travelers have left the internet in awe. Take the infamous man spotted in 1928, walking through a Charlie Chaplin film with what looks like a mobile phone. Or the story of John Titor, an alleged time traveler from the year 2036, who appeared on forums in the early 2000s. He described detailed future events, some of which oddly aligned with reality. But perhaps the most unsettling part? He disappeared just as mysteriously as he arrived. Are these time travelers lost in the fabric of time, or carefully placed warnings from the future? By the way, if you're fascinated by real-life time travel stories, I've already covered some unbelievable true incidents in a separate video. Just tap the card above to watch it. You won't believe what some people claim they've experienced. Glitches in reality. Have you ever seen something repeat exactly? A bird hovering mid-air, a person walking in loops. These bizarre experiences are reported worldwide and often referred to as glitches in reality. One woman in Spain swears she watched a stranger walk past her 3 times in identical motion and expression. Another saw clouds freeze for minutes in an open sky. Scientists might dismiss these as perception errors, but to those who witness them, they feel like the Matrix breaking. What if our world isn't what it seems? What if we live in a simulation and it's starting to crack? Forgotten civilizations and hidden timelines. Every so often something ancient surfaces that doesn't belong. Underwater cities, advanced stonework older than any known culture, or maps showing Antarctica, without ice. Sites like Göbekli Tepe, over 11,000 years old, challenge what we thought we knew about human history. How did prehistoric people create structures aligned with celestial bodies? And who carved out the Yonaguni Monument under the ocean? These discoveries don't just expand our timeline. They hint at lost civilizations, erased by time or intention. Maybe history is far more complex and far older than we believe. Time is not what you think. What if time isn't linear? Some physicists believe we don't move through time, we exist in it all at once. According to the block universe theory, every past, present, and future moment already exists. We're simply experiencing one slice. Add in multiverse theory, and now you're walking parallel to infinite versions of you. Ever felt like time moved slower when you were scared, or that a day flew by in seconds? These aren't just feelings, they're clues that time may be flexible, subjective, and deeply misunderstood. Maybe the clock on your wall isn't counting forward, but simply circling your perception. Finally, time may be the greatest mystery of all. It bends, loops, skips, and sometimes disappears. Whether it's science, memory, or something beyond explanation, one thing's for sure. Our timeline isn't as stable as we think. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep asking. What if time is the illusion? If you enjoyed diving into these mysteries, make sure to like, comment, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending content every week.